Hello and welcome to another episode of POOLZCAST. Today we have the team from Web3War. Welcome, guys.
Thanks
Hey,
very much for having us, and thanks everyone for tuning in.
Amazing.
yeah.
So, first question, could each of you introduce yourselves to the community of pools and your role in Web3War?
You go first, Valentin.
Thank you, Matt. I'm Valentin. I'm the co-founder and CTO of Rolling Thunders. I've been with Zilliqa for close to 2 years already plus. I'm the guy to be blamed for most of the gaming issues that one might not have around the wonderful Web3War and the Fusion hub that we have built. Personally, I'm coming from embedded software creation, and also from gaming for about like 20 years before I started to do cool things in the Web3 space.
Cool. Yeah, I'm Matt Dyer. I've got a dual role, really. I'm the CEO of Zilliqa, the Zilliqa public blockchain, and CEO, co-founder of Web3War and Rolling Thunders. I think that's just an important distinction as well in terms of people's understanding. Zilliqa as a layer one is obviously keen to drive adoption and use cases in the space. And we felt by incubating Rolling Thunders and Web3War under the Zilliqa umbrella gave us a better chance in supporting from the blockchain components and aspects that potentially gamers and developers from a gaming background don't have, and give us a better chance of success to launch a game, a platform that gamers could come and play on and developers could come and build on, which ultimately, from a Zilliqa standpoint, would drive growth, usage, visibility.
Amazing. Now, tell us a bit about the, Web3War itself. What is unique selling point about it? What is the key differentiator between that and, other competitors in Web3?
I'll take this one. I think one of the key differentiators is simple, and I'll put it in a funny way. We release it. It's there. It's delivered. It's created. It's available for people to play it for more than a year. We had it open in alpha, then in beta, everything open for everybody. And then at the end of March last year, the game and the hub, the Fusion Hub, went live with version 1.0. But even from that moment, we had, besides registration, login, and all the account-related operations, we also had the marketplace available in our Fusion Hub with a ton of skins as NFTs, which represented customizations for the guns and the soldiers available in the Web3 game. Web3War being a shooter, a free-to-play first-person shooter, focusing on multiplayer and fast-paced gameplay that allows anybody, and soon we're going to have also the skill to earn enabled in the game, as a fun way of not only playing with your friends or foes, but also earning. More details, we can talk like hours on what Web3War means. I beg people to just install the game, give it a run, see on our social media what it's all about, because detail-wise, it's a bunch of stuff that we have there to keep anybody busy. Remember, free to play with skill to earn combined in a very well done mechanic.
Yeah, I think it was important for the gaming business to come up with a mechanic that wasn't around, I guess, the Axie type approach, where it was very much about time in a game, grinding hard, but let's be honest, not really enjoying it. So we really came from a kind of an axis or a lens. It was all about, let's make the game play fun, first of all. I know a lot of people talk about it, but let's try and kind of execute against that. And then where the blockchain component can add value in terms of our approach to it, in terms of the skill to earn, was very much where we feel we're kind of unlocking a really strong USP that we can then transcend into the kind of the gaming ethos on the Zilliqa blockchain.
Perfect. Great. Now, let's talk a bit about the extended team. You talked about yourself, but anyone else in the team and some of the partners, backers that you might want to mention.
Yep. Dev team. Let me start with that. Dev team. Besides me being hands-on on all the technical aspects and product aspects, business roadmap, and all that can make it as a business, We also have 5 developers, AAA developers coming with a ton of experience in game development, and one nice young 3D artist that makes basically the development team on the gaming side. But besides that, and I'll shift it to you, Matt, to tell about how we structure the blockchain versus the gaming part.
Yeah, so from a blockchain perspective, it's very much a kind of a service layer or service offering we offer to Rolling Thunders. So when there's a requirement for any smart contract development in terms of building out the tokenomics and everything else that kind of clearly is needed as part of a blockchain function, Rolling Thunders has got access to that kind of subset of developers, whether that's the core team, whether that's the middleware team. So it's really a joint effort. So from Valentin's perspective, I guess he's around 7 number, and then backed into the whole of the kind of the Zilliqa blockchain family to support what we're doing here.
Cool. Now, share a little bit about your immediate, upcoming roadmap and plans post-launch.
Yeah, I think just on that, I think you talked about some of the partnerships that we had. I don't know, Valentin, before we go into that, it's worth just talking to that quickly.
Yeah, I think one of the most the biggest important partner we just signed with is Microsoft. And by Microsoft, I mean their gaming, not franchise, but their gaming group, where we have Xbox Gaming, we have all the other studios that make part of the gaming side. And as a distribution channel, the Microsoft Store. And Fusion Hub, our platform, which, yes, does resemble Epic Game Launcher or the Steam from Valve, it's there. And I'm very proud about it. The very first Web3 gaming platform available on the Microsoft Store. So any Windows users, just go in your store, search for Fusion with a 1 and not an I, and boom, you're going to find our Fusion Hub there. And you can do all the things that you can do on our website for Malta.store or by downloading the Fusion and the game from our websites. Besides them, we have Nocto, a well-known gaming-related news aggregator. We have DigiCert, again, a well-known certification for applications that validated us in respect to what Microsoft required, that our products, our applications don't contain malware, are really legit software and software components that we deliver, and many more. Matt, you have the mic on this one, please.
Yeah, I think just going back to the point that you made around distribution, I think it shouldn't be underestimated how difficult it is for Web3 games to get access to gamers. And I think being on Microsoft, I think just for everyone listening in, shouldn't underestimate the significance of that in terms of allowing us to have reach. I think as well with the kind of the esports partnerships that we've got to kind of validate, to play the game, to get distribution globally, whether that's in South America, whether that's out of Ninjas in Pajamas out of Europe, or Mad Lions as well out of Spain, and then the RRQ team down in Indonesia, who've got 4 million followers in their own right. We're starting to see really strong coverage of what we're doing from a Web3War perspective, which is important. And again, when you start to think around how does Web3War Rolling Thunders link into what Zilliqa is doing, it's very much this kind of market effect of leveraging some of the partnerships that Zilliqa have got to kind of amplify and grow what Web3War is doing, which should transcend and driving a lot more reach and users to play the game.
Yeah, like Google Cloud. That's a partner of Zilliqa that instantly goes to all the partners in the group, like Rolling Thunder, so our product, the Fusion Hub and Web3War. And we just started. Many more are there already signed, but we cannot mention them yet due to all the NDAs and NCAs that we have. But soon enough, trust me that even more are going to be announced that we're going to make us, Rolling Thunders, a big, not only gaming studio, but an entertainment studio, sort of say.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Cool. Now, going back to the other question, what is some of the upcoming plans that you have following up the launch in the next few weeks?
Right. So token launch will be live anytime soon. In a very short period of time, post that, season 1 in Web3, we're going to go live. What season 1 is exactly like what the battle pass is in other games. We cannot use the word battle pass because that's a trademark, so we have to use season 1 and season pass, but it's the same thing, same mechanics that any gamer might be used to. Why is that important for us, this launch of the season 1 in Web3 World, our first game, is that it brings skill to earn mechanics in our ranked matches. What that means for you means that you can go in ranked matches, go against your enemies, your friends, and the winning team will gonna get 88% from the fixed fee that everybody needs to pay in order to get in the ranked matches. And looking at our competitors, and now I need to brag and be again proud, we are giving way more than anybody else back to our players, even at a percentage level. So we have that mechanic already. So ranked matches enables the skill to earn by giving you the ability, if you win, again, if you win the match, to win 88% of the total pool from the fee that everybody puts in. But we want even more. That FPS token, you can use it to get the season pass, the battle pass, if you'd like, by staking, again, a fixed amount of FPS tokens, and instantly you get access to the items for you to unlock. Again, you need to play in the season pass. At this moment, for season 1 pass, there will be 25 items, from which 15 are NFT skins for your guns and soldiers. But we went even more. 2 of these NFTs are for free. No matter if you stake in the FPS tokens, you get 2 of these NFTs for free. You still need to play because one of them is at level 9 and the other one is at level 17. So you still need to play, of course. This is not a play-to-earn narrative. It's just a narrative that you need to play and need to play well, so you unlock the things much, much faster. And even further, this FPS token that enables the mechanics and economy in the game goes even more, that in the marketplace in Fusion Hub, you'll be able to buy NFT skins and sell or whatever we want to put it.
Yeah, and another quite a nice addition, actually, we think about an ecosystem is a business called Zeeve who've got a DApp on the on Zilliqa ecosystem, and it's like a Revolut DeFi card. So you could essentially send your FPS tokens to this to their kind of DEX type thing, trade out, and then spend your money in fiat. So it's quite a nice thing as well. So if you're thinking about gamers and how do they actually spend the spoils of their capability, again, it's quite a nice off-ramp for them.
Of course, you play well, you get tokens on your card, on your debit card from Zeeve, and then you'll be able to use that card to buy stuff, real stuff, real life.
And the interesting thing is when you talk to people not in the crypto space, but they understand skins and how much they're buying for their kids, once you start saying to them, well, if you get them playing our game, they can earn their own money, they can then buy what they want to buy, people start waking up to kind of what this opportunity is from a different perspective.
Well, Matt, a bit of a joke side. We want the kids, in a way to say, hey, Daddy, this month I'm paying the electrical bill because I earned very well in the Web3 and that will be possible. All this technology, everything we talked until this moment, is already implemented and available around the game and the ecosystem, and what we're going to deliver very soon. And by the way, talking about the future, under very closed doors, we are already working on the second game. Because if you remember from one of our AMAs and presentations we did, all the NFT skins that one buys for Web3 will be able to use in the second game, out of the box. So the moment that game goes live, which also, again, with guns and soldiers, that's that narrative, you'll be able to have the skins there. So you buy your AK-47 skin NFT for Web3 when the second game is live, you'll be able to have that directly there because it's all in your wallet. So cross-game narrative is already there implemented.
Yeah, perfect. I think ownership and cross-game narrative is important, and it kind of talks to the ethos of the space, doesn't it? So yeah, positive.
Yeah. Good segue now to the next question, actually. So tell us a bit about the token utility, tokenomics, token utility. Why would the users hold it? And also how the token leads to a revenue generation for you.
So besides all the things that I said, staking your FPS tokens in order to get the battle pass, access to the battle pass, besides the usage as a fee access-based system to the rank matches and reward mechanics for those rank matches, and again, besides the NFTs that you buy and sell in the marketplace, this is our gold coin that most other games promise to deliver and have. For us, is the currency we created for this game. Talking about what you said, I'll let Matt to talk why we should hold it more.
Yeah, I think it's this ability to stake, to kind of then get access, to then play, to then earn is an important component of it. And then from the perspective of earning revenue from a treasury perspective, obviously a percentage of whatever's played or kind of competed against in a match, a percentage of that goes to treasury to then fund the growth, the marketing, the collaborations, getting more content creators on board to try and kind of flywheel what we've got here. And as I think in time, as you start to see a lot more teams playing the game, and I guess prize pools starting to be awarded around the number of people playing, it then could start to become quite lucrative thing to have to get access to the games to win a big prize pool. So again, as we kind of look to launch the skill to earn mechanic, I think we'll probably run for a period of a month or something like that, a bounty for the best player who can get the most wins from a skill to earn perspective, and really try and motivate people to understand, appreciate the value that they can garner from it. And I think as these prize pools part going, I think you're going to start to see a lot more guilds and teams and people building a community around it, because they sense that if they can form a team that's very strong, they can start to earn some real value from it. So yeah, we're trying to tap into all communities, and a key function to get access to that is holding the token. And then at some stage you might want to, I don't know, maybe buy a Web3War t-shirt or hoodie or whatever else. Again, the utility token of that will be allowing people to do that within the hub. Again, another component embedded within that will come from a music perspective. Streaming music in for streamers, for players, is a critical kind of component of gamers' experience. That will be a capability that we have. From a subscription perspective, FPS will be the token required to unlock that capability. So I think it's a key component. It's driving the ecosystem, and as we kind of evolve the journey, I think more utility will come out of it as well.
Amazing. Now, tell us a bit about any community-related activities, plans, campaigns that you are running right now, or you will be running, or I don't know if there's a testnet active right now with potential rewards, because as you know, airdrops and community activities now are very hot in the market. So just curious about that.
Right. Day one, community was at the focal point for us. We started by releasing, even during the alpha and beta version, the game for free for everybody, as it is at this moment also. So people contributed by telling us things that worked or not on their machines while they tested the game. And we still continue to do this kind of open testing, open input from the community, which is super great. But we do reward them back for any input that we get that is really substantial for us in respect to what they find, like as a bug or features that is not well made, or things that could be improved. But once we started the marketing about 2 months ago, really marketing on our social media, one of the key points was, and we used a platform called Zilliqa, where we had at this moment more than 1.2 million entries in all the quests and missions that have rewarded people with airdrops or giveaways. Why? Because we care to grow our community and to be happy to join anybody there and see how great the game has evolved from 2 years almost ago to what it is now, and what we are planning to do with this first game, the second game, and how we increase the whole ecosystem by having having this platform, this fusion platform available like Steam does. How much we spend on that? A lot. For the moment, we really care how the community behaves and what input we get from them.
Yeah, I think just as well, I know a lot of projects do like an airdrop to kind of drive and foster that growth. I guess we came at it more around, let's get people playing rather than giveaways. So it's just an immediate sell. Not saying that we haven't done giveaways. I guess what we've got is we've got a product that's real, that's here, that's now. And very quickly after the TG, I think a couple of weeks after that, that skill to earn mechanic gets unlocked. And then at that point, it's literally like, let's share the value transfer with everyone as a function of coming in and playing it. Because a lot of time with airdrops, as we know, is it's very easy to get the airdrop. I think there's a big one yesterday, wasn't there? I think on Solana or something I saw. a lot of that will just be kind of sold off immediately. We want people to come in to play and kind of drive that growth. That's not to say that we haven't had some fun stuff. There's a meme token within the ecosystem, I think Zilliqa or something. So we've got some kind of the community based around the layer one is kind of driving and aping into what we're doing as well. So we're definitely tapping into the kind of the Web3 community mindset, but maybe not the kind of the 6 million, 7 million, $8 million airdrops that you're seeing. It's just not sustainable for us.
Well, not yet, at least, not yet. But we had, for instance, we had Dr. Death. He created skins that we've transformed them in NFTs, and people were able to buy and use them inside the hub as an utility in the game, like skins directly for the guns he chose. Then we had the streamers. We had Twitch streamers that created their own guns, and we published them, and straightforward, whatever revenue is generated from that goes to the creator of that specific content. Still, for us, we are a very small team and we have a lot of technical things to work upon, but we started to look at what works and not with the community we already have around the game, but also in the bigger community that Zilliqa has. So I think as a proof of concept, we know what really works for us, and we're going to expand that. As soon as the token goes live and things go increasing, we're going to go even more on the community side.
Yeah, Valentin makes a good point about the streamers there. So if you think about streamers, typically make their ad spend from people watching on Twitch or whatever it is. But it's quite a nice overlay if you can earn that ad spend or the ad revenue. And then even while you're playing the game, if you're pretty good at it, as a streamer, you can earn an additional revenue from the fact that you're winning the games that you're streaming as well. So I think we're going to see maybe not the top tier playing at it, but as these kind of the profits start increasing, it's going to be a game that's going to drive content by virtue of the fact that they're kind of earning rewards from it. So I'm quite excited to see how that kind of plays out. And as I say, I think we'll start to see more guilds playing, more professionals turning up, and hopefully the ambition one day has got to be that Web3War is on a roster of the esports professional players playing, and maybe it supports a business model in esports, which is a challenging one for them in terms of the way they operate. So exciting times.
Awesome. Perfect. Now, as you know, the IDO on Pools will be on the 5th of February. What is your plan post IDO? If you can share anything about listing, please do and let us know.
I think at the moment we're going to be on Gate as a primary listing. I think there's been a lot of people asking if we can get a little DEX going on Pancake swaps. I suspect there'll be something there. And then obviously in the Zilliqa community, there's the DEX, the Zil swap. So I suspect we'll have some liquidity there in terms of being able to kind of trade and swap. I think the fact you'd be on Pancake Swap, obviously from a visibility perspective, it's a BSC token. A lot more eyeballs are going to start to come in onto the community and get visibility in what we're doing there. And then again, from a game perspective, as I said, the skill to earn mechanic gets unlocked. So my suggestion to people would be come in and play, understand the nuances, get yourself skilled up, tooled up, understand I'm going to be the master, the GOAT of playing it. So that when that capability is unlocked, you're kind of primed and ready to go. So that reward pool that we're going to kind of put in place in terms of I don't know, maybe the top 5 skill to earn players for the month, once that feature gets unlocked, gets a sizable bounty or prize for doing that. I think that will start to drive a lot of pressure into people wanting the utility token to get access to play the game. So I think for me, that's the big drive. And again, ambition really is to get gamers to come in and play. And I think if we can set the kind of the bar high, create the leaderboards that people love in terms of I'm the best, I'm the GOAT, and they can start flexing online, I think we'll start to get some good market effect. And then if you think about the narrative in the space, I think everyone's crying out for sustainability in a model that's maybe slightly different from what we've seen before. And I think if we can start to get the press around that, build out slowly, and that sustainability comes to the fore, I think we're going to start to see a lot of good press for what's happening at Web3War and Rolling Thunders.
Awesome. So that wraps up the Q&A part. First of all, thanks both for your time and the answers. Really good. Now I just give you a couple of minutes if you want to cover anything that wasn't covered in the Q&A, off to you to share with the community of Pools.
Yeah, I think just from my perspective, I'll let Valentin close off from a gaming standpoint. I think it's just important for people in the pools community to understand Zilliqa itself has been around. It's one of the OG layer ones. We are driving hard to a new consensus, 6 months time roughly. I think a lot of the learnings that we've seen from building a vertical like gaming with Valentin has given a lot of input around how do we build a consensus to support gaming entities like Rolling Thunders. So if you think about the Avalanche type public private smart subnets, we've got a similar sort of mechanism around finality, ability to spin up your own shards and kind of have your own validators. So that's kind of a really exciting construct. We've also gone EVM compatible, which is going to be a lot easier for people to come into the Zilliqa community and understand who Zilliqa are. There's a few more things building around the ecosystem that's important to underpin the DeFi component, because it's all right having a token like FPS token, but if there isn't the financial kind of layer in play, then the economy doesn't really work. So we've done a lot of work behind the scenes, building out a money market, liquid staking, and EVM DEX that again is going to underpin these economies that we're starting to build out. And Web3War is very much the beachhead into Zilliqa, Rolling Thunders moving, or giving us a credible kind of positioning in the gaming space from a blockchain perspective. And yeah, I just urge people who've not heard of Zilliqa just to come in and look to see what we're doing. And yes, the initial point of entry is Web3War, but do kind of have a look around to see kind of the other opportunities in the space. So, Valentin, to you.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Matt. And I can say from, let's say, the application layer, from the product that goes on a layer one business, actually, that Zilliqa is, at Rolling Thunders, I cannot say it was easy to build all the stuff from scratch. This first game for us and the platform, the Fusion platform that we built, wasn't an easy game. But in the last year, because we are getting close to 1 year, now we are at 11 months actually from the big launch, we said, okay, we need to do that, and this. And we ticked everything on the list. We know the game, where it runs, how it runs, and why it goes so well with the users, with the crypto users and the gaming users. The same with the platform, and why we started back in the day with the SDK, with the tools and the anti-cheat and the anti-hacking, just because I wanted day one to be a very secure application, a secure product on top of the blockchain. Right? You consider the blockchain something extremely secure, like a technology very secure. We had to come up with stuff that is the same level of security, and being very proud once again, we never got hacked or we never had a cheater. We had people trying, but we knew for sure when it happened and people got banned instantly. So we started with stuff that ensures that the gameplay, that the consuming of the product gives you a very smooth user experience. We care about that. Not because we just went and trademarked everything that we produced, but or the validations that we did with Microsoft, or that we're going to do with Google Cloud, or with DigiCert. So we know and we provide that as a level of trust, saying, hey, look, we are for real. This is us. And to do an analogy, we are exactly how all the businesses built on top of the internet as a technology back in the 90s. People were scared about the internet because they didn't understand that. It's the same thing, I think, still with the blockchain as a tech. But once you do an applied product on that, you'll be like, yeah, it works. It's okay. Do you care now, or are you scared of buying, I don't know, something on Amazon online? No, because you know it works. Because it was proven by companies like Amazon and many, many others that that technology works while it's properly applied. And I think that's the case with Rolling Thunders and the products we've built here on top of Zilliqa and the blockchain that it has.
Yeah.
And I dare everybody to play. Challenge you guys.
I think that's the thing. Come and play.
Yeah. Including the competition that we don't have that much. Join us. See the game. Maybe you guys see something that is valuable to you, not only to us and the community.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, thanks very much for tuning in and listening. We appreciate it.
Thank
Amazing.
you.
Thanks both, Matt and Valentin, for your time. And I wish you, on behalf of the Pools community, I wish you the best of luck for the IDO first and your launch following that.
Brilliant. Thank you very much.